Are we live? I think we are. Where'd that go? There it is. Okay, thank you. There we go. All right. Let's go here. Let's go here. There we go. All right. Are we ready? All right. Let's get this party started. All right. Tonight, we are going to go over Bacopa, Bacopa, or as its term in the United States, as we see here.
The caucasoids.
Caucasoids, right? Bacopa. It may have antioxidant properties. It contains compounds such as
The caucasoids.
these compounds may enhance. Basically, it's good for learning, for memory, for your mind, and to help your memory, to help your mind. To date, however, few studies are tested that knows what these really do. With all these things, again, that we need to understand is you have to be cautious with them, consult your doctor, and all those things, right? So, several studies suggest that this may help preserve memory and enhance your memory function, to help your memory work, to help your body and your memory. So these studies and researchers concluded that this could potentially improve your memory. They also said that, however, the large, well-designed trials comparing the supplement to medication are needed. So again, with all these things, they're saying there's more and more research, right? But they're steady doing more and more research. And we know, that's how we know that it works. Because in 2014, 2016, all these researchers that they're doing. It also helps with anxiety. Other studies suggest that it may help alter certain enzymes involving the stress response. So in short, you know, they know what runs your brain. They know what chemicals are in your brain, and they know what to do to make those chemicals work this way or that way. This is one of the herbs that helps your brain to function more clearly, to help your memory work more clearly. It's amazing to me that with all the studies and all the everything on the side, if we would just understand what's really going on, right? If we would understand what's happening and why these are not being used, more of the elderly or those people who have mood disorders or different things that is wrong with them, right? They found positive memory efforts and some positive mood effects. So your ADHD and all these things that the children even have, then why wouldn't we try these things first that are minimal side effects, minimal to hurt your brain, minimal to have these problems? And that's what I'm submitting to you. It's also available in capsule or tablet form. You can find it in your local vitamin store online. But with this and all things, again, you should consult your doctor. You should get the dosage. You should know what's best for you. Your current health status, your age, male or female, all these things are factors because we have, just like they say here, different bodies. Imagine that. Doesn't that go along with the biblical, right? We have different bodies. We have different things about our bodies, different things going on with our bodies as men and women, but they'll turn around and say, oh, well, you can be whatever you choose. But obviously the chemicals in your own body are saying something completely different. So the possible side effects: nausea, stomach cramps, bloating, diarrhea, increased bowel movements, dry mouth, and fatigue. It may also increase calcium levels in your blood. So we have to be careful with all things that we take, especially if you mix them with any other pills that you're taking, any even doctor's things, right? If you get something prescribed to you, then you need to know what it is and what you're taking. So this is another really good one, that if we know what we're taking, we know what we're doing for his memory and these different things, it is a really, really good source, another good herb to help us out. So all we need to do is basically know what's going on, right? To know what we have to help our bodies out. So once we have these to help our bodies out, then we know what it takes, right? We know what we need, and we should know what we need to help our bodies out. And how do we know that? Well, by what's going on with your body. If you have sluggish problems, if you have memory problems, whatever is going wrong with your body is where you figure out what is wrong with your body. And then from that is where we find these different things, right? And how we find out how to fix ourselves. So we see our body has a problem with, whatever it may be. In this particular place is memory. So if we have a problem with our memory, our problem with trying to remember what we're doing, where we left our keys, and again, the elderly that, all the times you go to Walmart and you see these people in Walmart and they are doing what? They're looking for the cars, right? They're looking for where they park their car. They're looking for their keys. They're looking for all these things. And we know that's just a part of, so we're told, of getting older, right? So when we do these things, then we know what's going on. We know how to cope with that. We know what to do with that. And we know what's going on, right? So when we know all these things going on with our bodies, then we know how to cope with it. And this, of course, is another great thing for that memory, for finding your keys, finding your car, looking for these things that our mind, those old commercials, our mind is a terrible thing to waste, right? That we probably, if you're old enough, remember them old fried eggs. This is your brain, this is your brain. Well, they've known for years how your brain works, what stops it, what helps it, and what goes against it. Now, what's funny is all these things that they've been saying for years, or people been saying for years, is kind of against what these studies are showing. The studies show that this helps, other things hurt, right? So we do what our body is telling us to do. That's why a lot of people go to the doctor in the first place, right? It's to say, hey, this is what's wrong with my body. This is what's going on. This is what's wrong. And then the doctor goes back and finds his book and looks up things and says, okay, this is what's wrong. And this is what we're going to try. And this is what happened in the past. So the same thing we're doing here, only you don't have to have the doctor's prescription or his advice or any of that, especially for people that are not pro-doctors, right? There's a lot of Hebrew roots. There's a lot of homesteaders, a lot of community people that just ain't really into the doctors. They don't trust what they're saying. So with this, you can look up for yourself. You can find out what helps, what doesn't, and what's going on. And when all this goes on, then hey, this is what I need, right? This is what I need to figure out what fixes me. So this is another great way to look it up, to study it for yourself, and to take what is prescribed by you. Years ago, that's what people did, amazingly or not, that they called the doctor to their house, and their doctor kind of did what they said. As to today's world, you go to the doctor, and he kind of prescribes what he thinks is right. And I'm not knocking that. There's a lot of smart doctors. There's a lot of people out there that are doing the right things. But for memory, ADHD, the different things that we see here, that maybe we should start, instead of the list that may cause drowsiness, may cause suicidal thoughts, maybe all those things, we should kind of look at those ending, or the 2 pages long, of what can hurt, especially with children that are long age, longevity. maybe it'd be better to go and research a little bit more than the quick and easy, what's going to make them calm down right now, right here in class, so they can go to school and all these things, right? So hopefully a lot of people are doing the homeschool and all that as well. So that is it for this, and we're going to close up and we're going to go into one more for the night, make it short and sweet, and come back with another one. So again, any questions, comments, anything that you want to go over with these, then get a hold of us and let us know. And yes, go ahead.
There's no chat. There's no chat available. And also, did you go over the Bacopa? Did I miss it already?
Yes, I went over this part 2 real quick.
Part 2. Oh, okay. Okay. I was just reading that about the unregulation.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. No chat. Well, we're going to have to do some more work. I guess Zoom is changing our stuff up. We got some emails on your security as by February 4th. Anyway, we'll have to do a little more work and switch up some things. So until next time, everybody, shalom. Thank you for listening, for watching. Shalom, and may Yahweh bless you very, very much.